Welcome, friends. My name's Melinda, and this is your Power Yoga Flow. For today's class, all you really need is your wonderful energy and your yoga mat, but option to have a set of blocks if you need a little extra support in some of the postures. So we'll get started today standing. At the top of your space, I'll come to the center. Just bring your palms together. At your heart center, press your wrists together. Find that strength in the palm of your hands. Just shut down your eyes here. Find some deep inhalations in through your nose. And then big open mouth exhales. It's lovely if you're outside. You can breathe in all of that fresh air, energizing your body. Take another inhale in. And a big open mouth exhale. Let it go. Settle on an intention for your practice today, whatever that may be. I'm using the intention this week of finding my inner freedom, that independence to do things my way without the influence of the outside, without other people, knowing that what I'm doing for myself is the right thing to do. Take an inhale in, and then open your mouth, let it go. Open your eyes, release your hands down to your sides. Let's begin. I'll come to the top of the space. Inhale, mountain pose, Utthita Hastasana. Firm your inner thighs together. Press your outer hips in, and then find that stability where you wrap your back ribs all the way around to the front, tucking your low ribs in, navel into your spine. Take another inhale, grow tall. Look into the palm of your hands. Exhale, open arm twist to the right. Pull your right hip bone forward as you reach your right shoulder back. Really twist from your navel. Take another inhale. And exhale, let it go. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana. Left foot flexes up. Knee at hip level. Take another inhale. Exhale, charging crescent. Slowly with control, reach your left leg back behind you. You may need to adjust. Take about a hip width distance stance. Squeeze your triceps together to lift your chest. Inhale, kneeling crescent. Lower the back knee down. Stay up on the ball of your foot. Bring your palms up overhead, or option to bring your hands down to your knee and scoot your heel out so your knee aligns directly with your heel. Press into your leg to lift your heart. Stretch your left hip flexors. Nice, everyone. Take another inhale, gaze back. Exhale, standing L. So not going too far this time. Just keep your hips level. Flex your left toes towards the floor. Maybe you float your hands for just a second. Exhale, forward fold. Take it low, feet hip width distance apart, hands to opposite elbows. Rock a little from side to side, maybe front and back. Wherever you are, let your head hang heavy. Feel the weight of your shoulders, your arms, your head. Just let it all go. Then toe heel your big toes to touch. Rise up, take the other side. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, open arm twist to the left. Press your left hip bone forward. Gaze back over your left hands. One more breath as you twist a little more. And exhale it out. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana. Right knee lifts. Draw your navel into your spine. Stand tall. Exhale, charging crescent with control. Reach back to the back of your space. Adjust your stance. Lift your hands up higher than your hips. Charge your right hip bone forward and lengthen through your neck. Inhale, kneeling crescent. Back knee comes down. Keep your toes tucked for this one. Look high up into your hands. Lift up and away from your pelvis. Rib cage floats high. Take another breath in. Exhale, standing L. Reach your fingertips forward. Launch onto your left foot. Ground down through the four corners of your left heel, and then rotate your toes and inner thighs to the midline. Take another breath. Exhale, forward fold. This time, take peace fingers to big toes. Pull your biceps out to the side. Find a stretch through your hamstrings. Release your hand. Toe heel your feet to touch. Let's take that one more time through a little faster. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, open arm twist. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana, float the left leg. Exhale, charging crescent. Inhale, knee a little low, look high. Exhale, standing L. Maybe your heel goes a little higher this time. Exhale, forward fold. Big toes come to touch. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, open arm twist. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana, right leg lifts. Exhale, charging crescent, reach way back, lift through your chest, adjust as you need to. Inhale, kneeling crescent. Exhale, standing L. Leg may go a little higher this time. Exhale, forward fold, step it forward. Inhale, halfway lift. This time, we plant our hands, step back into your high plank. Hold here. Starfish your fingertips, grip with your finger pads, press down through your base knuckles. Lower your hips in line with your shoulders and your heels. Take an inhale. And then exhale, drop to your knees, drop to your chin and hold. Squeeze your triceps together behind your back. Stick your booty up. Inhale, cobra pose, slink through, point your toes. Peel your palms to the back of your low ribs. And then lift your chest for 3, 2, and 1. Press back to child's pose. Inhale up to your downward facing dog. Walk your toes in. Maybe you lift your toes high and then settle them back down. From here, we have 4 cannonball hops to the top, practicing our transitions. Bring your big toes to touch, strong through the arms, shorten your down dog. Inhale, gaze forward to your wrists. And then as you exhale, jump off, kick your heels to your butt and land back here. On the 4th one, you'll land in between your hands. Here we go. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, hop. Land softly, buoyancy with your hips. 3 more. 2 more. On this last one, can you travel to the top? Ooh. Inhale, chair pose. Sit low. Exhale, samastitihi. Hands come to heart center. Calm your mind, calm your body. It's hot out here where I am. Maybe it's warm where you are, but it's good. We're building heat in our bodies. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, baby back bend. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana, left leg lifts. Exhale, figure 4. Cross your left leg over your right. Sit your hips low. Flex your toes towards the floor. And then point your knee down to the left side of your space. Feel your glutes engage. Take another breath. Inhale, flying tree. Knee goes out to the side. Option to support it with your hand. Pull it up to your side ribs. You're here for 3. Draw the tailbone down for 2. And 1. Exhale, dancing Shiva. Rather, Shiva squat. Tuck your left knee behind your right. And just take elevators up and down your calves for 4. 3. 2. On this last one, stay low. Take the basket grip with your hands. Flip them over. Settle your left foot down and twist it open. Another version of dancing Shiva. Gaze under your left armpit. And take another inhale. Exhale, bring it back to center. Inhale, warrior 3 with a steeple grip. Squeeze the back line of your body. Keep your back and your leg lifted. Engage your back hamstring towards the ceiling. You're here for 3. Charging crescent in 2. And 1. Step to the back of your mat, just as we did before. Maybe adjust your stance as you need to. Get the bobbles out. And then slowly rise up onto the ball of your foot. Ooh, it's spicy on the calves. Make it a little Charlie horse and have to lower down from here. Inhale, crescent lunge. Stay lifted on your toes. Press into the ball end of your back foot. Keep your hip tracking forward. Take another inhale. Exhale, warrior 2. Heel meets the mat. Surf it out. Back and forth. And then find your strong warrior 2. Pull your rib cage in line with your hips. Firm down through the arms. Take another inhale. Exhale, flying monkey. Bend through your back leg. Toes point out towards your knee. Reach your peace fingers towards your big toe. You may not get there. Flatten out through the chest, in line with the same plane as your extended leg. Take another breath.
Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, triangle pose. Straighten your front leg. Shift your hips forward. Reach down towards your shin. Option to use the block or take support from your shin, but use your core strength to keep your body lifted so all the pressure is not against your leg. It's engaged from your core as you rotate open. Take another breath in and breathe it out. Inhale, easy twist. Bend into the right leg. Open up to the right side of your space. Lift your hips just slightly. Exhale, horizon lunge. Come to the knife edge of both feet. Draw your left hip towards the floor and lean back just a little bit. Beautiful. Inhale, three-legged dog. Right leg goes high. Exhale, right knee, right tricep, and pause here. Take windshield wipers for 4, 3. Hold it to the left in 2, and 1. Inhale, fallen triangle. See if you can keep your heel lifted. You're here for 3. Wild thing in 2, and 1. Tuck your knee in. Plant your left hand, spin on your left foot. Reach back behind you. Lift your hips high. Maybe you curl your back. Look towards the top of your space. One more breath. Exhale, high to low plank. Flip it over. Find your high to low plank, whatever that looks like for you. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Here we are back at the beginning to the other side. Preparing for those cannonball hops. Bring your big toes to touch. Shorten your down dog. Inhale, gaze forward between your wrists. Exhale, jump up. Kick your heels to your butt and lower. Got 3 more. 3, 2. On the last one, can you hop forward with control? Inhale, chair pose. Sit low. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Sit your hips towards your heels. Lift your toes. Inhale, rise all the way up to stand. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Ooh, give yourself a moment. Let your heart rate come down from those hops. Take another breath. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana on the right side this time. Exhale, figure 4, seated low. Drop your heels down. Draw your right knee towards the right side of your space. Can you roll your shoulder blades down your back and lift your chest? One more breath. Inhale, flying tree. I'll turn to the front so you can see what this looks like. Option to support your right knee with a little hook around with your right hand, or option to keep it lifted, squeezing the right knee into the side ribs. Exhale, Shiva squat. Tuck it back behind. Take 4 little elevators, engaging the left glute right up and down your calf for 2 and 1. Stay low. Take the basket grip, flip it over, plant your right foot, and then spiral your chest under. Maybe you gaze under your right armpit. Beautiful side body stretch. And then back to your Shiva squat. Inhale, warrior 3. I'll turn back to the side. Shoot your fingers forward as you lift your right heel to the sky. Lower your right hip down in line with your left. Biceps by your ears. You're here for 3. Charging crescent in 2 and 1. Slowly lower down. Adjust your stance. Find your deep charging crescent. Lift your chest. When you're ready, rise up on the ball of your left foot. Maybe you don't get a Charlie horse on this side. You're here for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, high crescent lunge. Stay up on the ball of your foot. You've got it. Exhale, warrior 2. Open it wide. Bend and straighten your leg. Oh, it feels good. Scoop your glute on the left side under to flatten out through your pelvis. Take another inhale. Exhale, flying monkey. Bend your back leg. Reach peace fingers to big toes, and then lean your shoulders back to shine your heart open. Take another breath. Inhale, reverse warrior. Bend into the front leg, spiral open. Exhale, triangle pose. Straighten your front leg. Shift forward and down. Press your bottom ribs up, your top ribs down. Find that compression and lengthen through the crown of your head. One more breath. And let it go. Inhale, low lunge, twist towards the top of your space. Beautiful. Exhale, horizon lunge, dip it low, look back. Ooh, I love that hip stretch all along the side booty. Beautiful. Inhale, three-legged dog. Left leg goes high. Exhale, left knee, left tricep, and pause. You've got 4 windshield wipers, right and left. 3. Keep the hips lifted. 2. And 1. Stay over on the right side. Inhale, fallen triangle. Option to keep the heel lifted for 3. Wild thing in 2. And 1. Plant the right hand. Pivot on the left toes. Step up and over. Lift the hips. Lift the ribs high. Exhale, high to low plank. Pivot over and flow. Bend your elbows. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Whew. Good job, yogis. We'll flow that one time through, and we'll add on in a few places, and then we'll wind down. Whew, I know it's steamy here. I know you're working so hard. All right, when you're ready, come back to your down dog. We'll take 1 cannonball hop this time as we move through. Shorten your down dog. Bring big toes to touch. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, cannonball hop. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana. Exhale, figure 4, sit low. Inhale, flying tree. Exhale, Shiva squat back behind you. Take the basket grip. Inhale, open wide. Exhale, back to your Shiva squat. Inhale, warrior 3. Exhale, charging crescent, step back. Rise up on the ball of your foot. Maybe you take 4 heel lifts for 4. 3, 2. We don't work our calves too often. And 1. Keep the heel lifted. Come to your high crescent lunge. Inhale, warrior 2. Maybe this time you stay up on the ball of your right foot. Not easy to do. You may need to adjust. Bend a little deeper. Drop your hips low. Exhale, dancing, or rather flying monkey. Forgetting the names. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, triangle pose. Straighten the front leg. Reach forward, gaze high. Inhale, half moon pose. Bring your back foot halfway up your mat. Here's where you may like to have your block. Bring it about a foot out in front of you. And then send your gaze low. Find stability through your right toes. And then draw your left toes over towards the left side of your space. Open up through the hips. Lean back just a little more. You're here for 3, 2, and 1. Come back to your triangle pose. Inhale, low lunge twist. Exhale, horizon lunge. Inhale, side plank here. Option to take the tree legs or float your tree. See if you can take your flying tree in your side plank, just as we did standing. You're here for 3, 2, and 1. Sweep it across. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Take your windshield wipers right and left. Almost done. Inhale, fall and triangle. Leave the leg lifted. Exhale, wild thing. Tuck it through. Lift your hips high. Exhale, high to low plank. Plant your hands. Maybe you leave your right leg lifted this time. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Beautiful, yogis. We have 1 more time through on the other side. Ooh, and then we'll wind down. I know I'm working up a sweat. Anytime you want some hot yoga, just go outside in Texas in the summertime. All right, come back to your downward facing dog. Let's take the left side. Shorten your down dog. Bring your heels, big toes to touch. Inhale, gaze forward, bend your knees. Exhale, cannonball hop to the top. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, Samastitihi, hands to heart. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana. Right leg lifts this time. Exhale, figure 4. Drop your hips low. Inhale, flying tree. See if you can leave it unsupported. Woo, take a little bobble. Exhale, Shiva squat. Take the basket grip. Drop the right foot. Open up through the chest. Back to your Shiva squat. Inhale, warrior 3. Nice and long from the heel out through the steeple grip. Exhale, charging crescent. Find the ball of your foot and take 4 lifts. 3. Ooh, really working that calf. 2 and 1. Stay lifted. Inhale, high crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior 2. Can you do it with your heels still lifted? You may need to adjust your stance a little bit. Drop your hips low. Exhale, flying monkey. Bend into your back leg. Reach for your big toes. Maybe you can hook them this time. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, triangle pose. Straighten your front leg. Shift your hips forward. Inhale, half moon pose. Option to take the blocks again. Find your gaze, your drishti, one fixed point out in front of you. Maybe you can float your fingertips off the block for 3. Back to triangle in 2 and 1. Slowly lower back to your triangle pose. Inhale, low lunge twist. Exhale, horizon lunge. And then inhale, side plank. Stacking shoulders over your wrist. Option to float your knee, just as you did standing. Maybe bicep reaches by your ear for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, right knee, right tricep. Take your windshield wipers right and left. Working on a strong core. Then you hold it to the right. Inhale, fall and triangle with the heel lifted. Exhale, wild thing. Plant your hands, flip it over, lift your upper back. Beautiful. Plant your left hand and flow through your vinyasa. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Oh, super hot here. Beautiful job, though, yogis. Come to your knees and let's wind it down a little bit. From your down dog, extend your right heel high. Exhale, knee to nose, crunch it in, and then tuck it through for your half pigeon pose. Flex your toes. If you're a little tight like me, you can't quite get your shin parallel to the top of your space, so option to point your toes or keep them flexed, but level out through your hips. Walk your fingertips back and then walk them forward. And then find a forehead connection. I like to use my block. It brings the mat up a little bit, especially when I'm really tight through the hips. And just let your body settle down. Feel your heart rate come down, but keep those deep inhalations in through the nose. And then as you exhale, drop your left hip bone down a little more. And then we're going to take a twist in our half pigeon, so a little different than normal. When you're ready, come up onto your palms, walk them over towards the left side of your space, so close to your right foot. Bend your elbow if you can. Get the twist into the arch of your foot. If you're not quite there yet, option to use the block to bring the floor up, or simply just bring your elbow about a foot in front of your right big toe. Bring your palms to touch, and then press into your palms to lift your heart up towards your thumbs. Stay here and breathe. Press your left hip point down for 2 and 1. Release your hands. Sweep the left leg around. Come to Janu Shirshasana. Bring your right sole to the inseam of your left foot. Slight bend in your knee if your hamstrings are tight like me. Inhale, lift high. Exhale, fold it forward. Find length through your spine. So you want one line of energy from your tailbone shooting out through the crown of your head versus finding this rounded upper back. So even if you can't go down very far, don't worry, I'm not down there either. This is where you'll be. And then maybe you begin to straighten your leg, but keep your spine long and straight. Take another breath in. And then exhale, lower. Then rise up, plant your right foot, just a little lift of the hips to counter. Gaze back behind you. Sort of a modified wild thing. Then drop your hips back, sweep your right leg back behind you, plant your hands, open up to a scorpion lunge, and then back to your down dog. We'll take the left side. Inhale, extend the left heel high. Exhale, tuck it through into your pigeon pose. Walk your foot back. I like to gaze over to my right shoulder. Make sure my toe is pointing straight back so that my leg is engaged. Walk your hands up to level out through your hips. Then walk your fingertips forward. Find your sleeping pigeon. Option to use the block. It's a little bit of support for your forehead. Then relax your breath. Breathe in all that fresh air, especially if you're outside. As you inhale, feel your body expand long in both directions. And then as you exhale, press your right hip bone down. Then slowly walk your hands up. We'll take the twist to the right this time. Remember, you can use your block for your elbow if you need it. Otherwise, bring your elbow to the right side of your space or into your arch if you can get it. Press your palms together and then press the palms firmly to lift your chest. Bring your thumbs to your heart center as you gaze over your right shoulder. Pull your shoulder blades down. You're here for 3, 2, and 1. Bring your hands back to center. Sweep your right foot forward. Left foot to your inseam. Inhale, lengthen. And then as you exhale, draw your navel in. Pull your left armpit down towards your knee. Slight bend in the knee if you need to keep the back straight. And then if you have a lot more flexibility and you want something extra, you can use the block at the base of your foot to give you a little more length. Find your breath here. Breathe in. And then breathe out. And then rise up. Plant your left foot down. Right hand comes back behind you. Lift your hips high. Rise up onto the ball of your left foot. Curl your upper back. And then lower down. Right leg sweeps back behind you once again. And then press back into your scorpion dog. And then into your down dog. And then come to standing on your knees. We'll take one camel's pose. And then we'll take it down to the floor. Stack your hips over your knees. I like to use the blocks for camel pose, especially if back bends are challenging for you. You can put them at the sides of your ankles. Take an inhale, bring your palms to the small of your back, squeeze your elbows together, lift your chest. You can stay here, or if you feel like your shoulders are over your heels and your hips are still tracking forward, maybe you reach down for your blocks or your heels. Keep your chest lifted, chin pulls away. You're here for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly rise up and then come to sitting on your heels. Lose the blocks. A good counter to that is rabbit pose. Bring your hands to your heels. Tuck your chin to your chest and slowly lower the crown of your head to the mat. From here, inhale, lift your hips. Pull back on your heels. Really pull your forehead into your knees, but pull the shoulders away from the ears. And then release down. And then come to lying on your back. Into bridge pose. Bring your heels towards your butt. Knees straight up to the ceiling, palms down by your sides. Inhale, bridge pose. Think of lifting your hip points to the ceiling, slight engagement of the glutes and the hamstrings. Great strengthening exercise for the hamstrings. Maybe you can float your toes and then settle them back down. Lift a little higher. You're here for 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Arms go back behind you. One more time through. Inhale, bridge pose. Peel your hips high. Maybe this time you can snuggle your arms underneath. And then press your triceps into the mat to get a little more lift through your hips for 3, 2, and 1. Lower all the way down. Knees come into your sides. Flex your feet to the ceiling. And then pull your knees down to your side ribs. Elbows snuggle inside. And then pressing against your inner knees to open up through the hips a little bit more. You should feel nice and loose through the hips after that flying monkey and the figure 4. Knees come back to center. Legs go up the wall, crisscross the right over the left. Take your eagle wrap. Come to one hip. Cactus up your arms to find a little more anchoring through your shoulders. Lose the double bind if it's a little too much for you. Gaze to the right. And bring it back to center. Legs go back up the wall. This is a great restorative posture. Lets all the blood rush to your vital organs. Crisscross the left over the right this time. And then drop them over to the right. You may need to scoot your hip to the center of your mat so that your hip bones stack. Gaze to the left. I like to pull down on the corner of my mat to help anchor my shoulders. Then come back to center. Legs go up the wall. Once again, you can stay here. Or option to take a shoulder stand. Pike your hips up. Walk your shoulders back, rather your elbows back. Press your hips high up over your shoulders. Point your toes to the ceiling. Slight engagement of the glutes. Squeeze your elbows together. Get a little lift. And then lower down into your plow pose. Toes come overhead. Keep your neck neutral. Your toes can float, or maybe they touch the ground. You can give your back a nice little nudge, as long as there's no pain or discomfort. Find the stretch. And then slowly lower down. Bring the soles of your feet to touch. I like to bring my arms out to a cactus, but option to bring your hands to your hip bones, hands to heart, or simply let your arms fall open. Wherever feels good, where you can find a place of stillness, a place where you can relax any tension through your hips, relax any tension in your jaw, in your brow, in your neck, a little rock from side to side. And then take one final inhale together. And then exhale, let it go. Stay here in this resting posture for at least 2 minutes. I recommend longer. You deserve these few minutes all to yourself. And as you find thoughts arising, checklists, anything coming up in your mind as you relax, just breathe and let it roll on by. Thank you for sharing your practice with me, friends. I hope to see you again soon. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today, friends. Check out some of my other power yoga classes or power core if you want to build some strength, not only through the front of your core, but the back line of your body and any strength throughout the entire body. So join me, friends. Namaste.